Well, good evening, Calter Shelter fans. Welcome to your Friday night video. What are we doing today? Well, after some research on this little stove thing, this little meth stove, I have finally found out how it works. So we're going to be lighting this puppy up. The other stove, the green one. What was it? Was it the Firm 39? The mate Richard messaged me and he said, "Adam, that's a lovely stove. I agree. I don't think it's ever been lit." He said, "What a dilemma you are in now. What do you do? Do you light it and then it won't be classed as new anymore, or do you keep it brand new old stock?" Well, after much thinking, in fact, let me go and get the thing and I'll, just in case you forgot. So, here's the item in question. You see this on the last video. We took it right to pieces, cleaned it, give it some polish. And as you can see from underneath, let me hold it closer, that has never been lit. There is no marks, soot marks. The paint is still on the little arms. And my mate Richard said that is a huge dilemma. Do you light it? So then it's just used term 39 from the 60s. Or do you not light it and keep it brand new old stock? And I got thinking, he's right, you know. There probably isn't that many of these that have of that age that are unused left. You know, try and find me another one of these that are basically brand new old stock and never been lit. Sadly, it's missing its box, but so I'm not going to light it. In all honesty, this is not the sort of thing I would take in the camper van and use. You know, to me, just raw meths is a bit dodgy. Too much of a fire risk. You're not going to use it outside because there's no pressure in there. It's going to blow out. This is not something I'm realistically going to use. So all I'd end up doing really is lighting it for a video. And I'm afraid that's not going to happen. We're not going to light this. This is going to be a display only thing now. It's not practical to use. It really isn't. This one, yes, we'll light this one up. But this one, unfortunately, no. You know, there are a couple of other videos out there of people lighting these. I'm not going to ruin this by lighting it up, putting soot marks, scorch marks on it, burning the paint off the little arms. No, we'll leave it as it is. It'll go up on a shelf on the back wall somewhere. So yes, sorry to say, guys, that one's not getting lit. This one, on the other hand, is. And also, a huge thank you. I was helping a lovely mother and daughter the other day, Anita and Matthew. I was helping them tidy up a little bit and clear some stuff up. And I came across this little Mamod steamroller. And I absolutely love this sort of thing, as you know. And I said to Matthew and Anita, I said, you know, if you ever want a home for that little Mamod, I said, I'd be happy to give that home because that's right up my street. Nothing was said until, I don't know, an hour later when I was about to go home, and Anita said, "What would you do with that little model? Would you sell it?" I said, "Oh, Christ, no." I says, I'll do it up, get it run, that'll be displayed on my shelf. She said, "Well, you have it then." So I believe that was her late husband's, Matthew's father. So thank you very much, Matthew and Anita. If you're watching this, thanks so much for this little thing. I do appreciate it, and I will, very sympathetically clean and restore this little thing. I mean, that it is tight, the piston's tight. I don't think it's been ran in years. Fortunately, there was a little bag with it. Brand new mess burner come with it. And the tin what go on the back, there is a tin what clip on the back. It is with the machine, but sadly I've left it over Anita and Matthew's place. So when I go back there, I'll have to collect that because I forgot to bring that piece away. But we do have the bit that clip on the back as well. I think that's called the tender. So yes, thank you very much. So we will have a look at this. We won't light this up today simply because it needs a new belt. This metal belt on here, well, we could light it up, just not have the belt on it. Because this belt is damaged and frayed. And I am waiting for a new one to turn up. I ordered 2 new belts, to be honest. So yes, they haven't turned up yet. But this thing needs a clean. If we pop the belt off. There we go, the belt is off. It turns. It's squeaky, it's stiff. It needs a little bit of disassembly work. And, you know, oh, it's got a steam whistle. Yeah. It needs a little bit of work and it'll be fine. So thank you very much, guys. Anyhow, without any further ado, we'll put him to one side. If you guys had any of these Mamod models when you was younger, I bet most of us lads had them. Maybe some of you girls. Put it in the comments. Let us know. Did you have one of these? Right, this thing. After a bit of research and looking up the Ideal Express, I think they call these a picnic stove. Whether, by the build of them, I'm guessing they was more of a sort of, you know, use them a few times, throw them away jobbies. You know, by the weight of them, I can't imagine them built for longevity. So one was lasted this long, I'm impressed. Looking inside, in here, there is, under closer examination with a light in there and some eyewear, 2 little holes. Now, there's a little hole in this side and in this side. So when you fill this with mess, that soak in, and I'm assuming there's a wadding in here. And then I think you probably, I haven't seen anyone light one of these, but I'm assuming you put some mess in there. There should be a fill line. I'll try and find that. Beg your pardon. We'll leave it a couple of minutes, and I'm guessing the mess level will go down till it soaks up here. And then with a little bit of mess in the bottom, we light in there, and I think that'll probably heat it and give us our flame. So we will give this a go. I'm going to light it out of the tin, so I will get a ceramic plate on there to keep the heat off the table, and if it leaks, it's not going to set fire to the damn table. But there we go. So let me get equipped, get the camera angle down on this table, and we'll get this sorted, get it done. So folks, here is our little burner. So if we pop the lid off, take the little cap out, take this off and put in here. There you go, you can see that. We're going to run this outside of the burner for the minute. We'll just put it in here because I want to make sure that this nameplate around the bottom, I'm guessing it's still fuel tight. I thought that might have been a soldered plate, but I don't think it is. I think this whole thing is pressed. So there shouldn't be a leak. Here we have some Meths. So we will fill this thing up. I'm just going to have a look for a fill line. Aha! I see a line in there. Now I've got a good light in there. There is a distinct line. Okay, it's at the bottom of where it's black. So let me, with my light, I hope I don't dazzle you. Here we go. We will just fill this thing with Meths. There you go. We're up to what I think is a fill line. Oh, that is going down fast. So the level of the Meths has dropped down. I think that's exactly how it's meant to be. Let me get you in here. What I thought was going to happen has happened. Right, let me just move the camera. Shine you guys right in there. And then you can hopefully see what's going on. Right. There was a fill line. There you go. Somewhere where that scriber is. Let me get a light on. There we go. Somewhere where that scriber is, there was a distinct line. I filled it to there, and the meths instantly sunk, leaving that little tiny bit in the bottom, which is what I thought would happen. It's obviously soaked into the wadding around the outside. So I think we just light the middle up, that burns out and slowly comes around. Let's give it a try. So, we are back. There is no sign of meths got through onto my saucer, so we've got no leaks. I'm happy to just light this thing off. There we go. Right, it is now lit in there. I think we leave that for a couple of minutes. I'm thinking it heats the body up, and then the little perforations around the outside, I reckon they will self-ignite. Of course, there it goes. Look, see that? See that? Oh, it's gone out. Did I blow it? There you go. Oh, no, I don't know why it went out. Maybe an airlock. Right, then, see, it's starting to burn them little air holes. It's gone out again. Ooh, this gets very hot very quickly. Maybe there isn't enough mess in that, you know. Let's put a bit more meths in. Ah, the level's gone down. I don't think there was enough meths. Let's give it a go. Come on. Can you see what I mean? It's weird because there's actually a noise of like hissing gas. I'm wondering, have I not got enough? Hang on. I think it's away, guys. I spoke too soon. Oh, look at that. I think because this has been so dry for so long. Oh, yes, look. There, I think more meths is now soaked up. And that's exactly how it should be. Look at that. There we go. I think if I'd have left it just 5 minutes so it soaked some meths up, I think it would have been fine. There is no smoke coming off this, believe it or not. That's really good. I want to get this back in the tin and light it now. How am I going to pick that up to put it back in the tin? And there was me thinking you could blow it out. That's how you snuff it out. So I stand corrected. That is very hot. I stand corrected. It is very wind resistant. All right, let's pick this up. I really ought to have, you know, a small pair of pliers in the house. That would make this sort of thing so much easier. So let's put this back in. There we go. So we're back in. We'll relight. There we go. There we go. The flame is coming up. Let me get you guys down in there so you can see. Oh, you can see, or half see. There we go. There is our little mess burner. Absolutely lovely. And I'm assuming you just put your saucepan on the top, and then you have a working stove. And to put it out, you just put the snuffer over the top. It's amazing that there's meths in the middle of that, right down in the middle. Yet that's not on fire. How is that not catching fire? Yet it's just catching fire around the outside. So there we go. There is our meths or alcohol burner. What a lovely little thing, look. There we go. That is great stuff. I'm very happy with this. Let's see if we can boil some water with it. So here we have a saucepan, half a litre of water, or about 16 fluid ounces if you're old school. Let's put our little pot on there. Oh, isn't that burning nicely? And we'll put in our half a litre of water. There you go, that's enough for a good, you could get nearly 2 cups of tea out of that. So let's leave it. See how long it takes to boil. Don't worry, I'm not going to make you guys watch water boil. Now, I don't think you'd like that, would you? I'll set some sort of timer and we'll be back. Well, there we are, guys. That took a grand total of, I will drop the time here. I did fast forward you through it much, much faster. We're up to a roaring boil. Still plenty of meths. Bearing in mind, our meths was only about 2 ridges up. Nope, you cannot blow it out. So we'll put the snuffer on. There we go. How easy is it to relight? Very easy to relight. Right, I can see why these things were extremely sketchy back in the day. Of course, the little snuffer don't always work. Maybe I got to put a clean snuff on. Yeah, definitely not snuffing with the snuffer. Okay, this could be interesting. I'm thinking I didn't put a clean enough snuff down on here. I think if you drop it over right, oh, that is hot. I think if you drop it over there right, it'll put it out. There you go, that's out. Right, there we go. There is our beautiful little ideal stove. Now, after I've used this, let me take this boiling water away. We don't want to get boiling water everywhere, do we? So guys, summary. I am very impressed with this. It boiled the half a litre of water in this much time. I'll drop it here somewhere. There you go. Because I haven't rewatched the video to see how long it was. But there we go. I am very impressed with this little stove. I really am. It's still hot. Well exceeded expectations. I thought it was going to be pretty crap. I am so glad I put this on this saucer, because it has heated that saucer up so much. That is very hot. I mean, I can hold it, but not for that long. So yes, you definitely need this. I wouldn't put this on dry grass, because I think it probably would set the damn grass afire. Things were different back when these things were made, I can tell you. Something like this now probably wouldn't be allowed to be used. It would come with fiberglass bases, asbestos bases, something. So glad I put this on the little thing. I am going to take this in the camper with my old petrol Coleman stove. And yeah, instead of wasting gas on the 4-ring burner in the camper van, I think I'll probably make the morning coffee with this thing, or the Coleman. Very portable. A bottle of Meths. Yeah, it's not the end of the world. What's this? I can't remember how much these bottles of Meths are now. £4 or something like that. You know, you could probably fill this 10 times out of one of these. So 40 pence a fill, something like that. And I'd be quite happy with that, just for the unique experience. There we go. I don't think we're going to do this little Mamod today. I've had a rethink. I think this can be a video on its own, which you're now watching. I think what we need to do is wait for the new belt to turn up. So there is a belt here, but it's like very, very thin right here. It's like stretched and frayed. So yes, and I would really like to run this thing and yeah, clean it up, run it, all in one video so we can see it going around the floor with its little whistle. But I say, she needs a little bit of work. She is a bit too stiff. I don't know what this little lever is. Is that a reversing lever there? I don't know what this little red lever here does. I've never had one of these Mamod models. Whether that's to reverse it or to stop it, I don't know. Maybe that's stop and you hit that forward and that just starts and off it goes. Don't know. I have no idea what year this model is. I remember seeing these in King's Lynn Models when I was a little boy. They used to have a glass cabinet with these, and I think they were about $49.99, I do believe. That'd have been sort of mid-80s. And I think they were about £50 back then, something like that. But I never had one. You know, I used to have the little standalone Mamod boiler, which Mum and Dad bought me, little steam engine on its own. I used to have one of these wire belts, but the much longer ones. And I had a big base plate with a lot of individual tools on a line shaft, and that used to run off the line shaft. So there we go. So yes, we will be doing the little Mamod next time. The black paint was worn off on the front. I don't know whether to repaint that or leave it. I really don't know whether to repaint the front of this boiler or leave it as it is and just clean the whole thing. Again, drop it in the comments. Anyhow, we're going to call this video a day. Hope you enjoyed your Friday night. I actually really enjoyed lighting, you know, that saucer has cooled right off now. It has. So's the whole thing, look. Yep, that is virtually stone cold. Even the bottom, you know, bottom's warm. Outside, I can comfortably hold this now. Brilliant. I'm happy with this little thing. It works so much better than I thought it was going to, I'll be honest. I thought it was going to be, well, crap if I'm honest, but no, it actually works very well and boils water very quickly. What did the Coleman take? Now, we did take that petrol Coleman up the shed, didn't we, the other week? And did I boil a half a litre of water there or a litre of water? Can't remember, but I think that took something like 6 minutes, 40 seconds to boil a small pan of water. I don't know what time this is, but I'm guessing it's under 5 minutes. It's surprisingly fast, so yeah. To be honest, when I put water in the kettle in the camper van and use the gas burner, That seems to take forever to boil up half a kettle of water to make 2 cups of tea with. You know, this could be a handy little thing. Just toot the saucer about so we don't have to put it on the worktop to use it. Yep, that is lovely. So that's going to be it for your video tonight. Again, thank you for watching Kelter Shelter, and we will see you guys next time for another video. Oh, yes. I do like that.